Welcome to LU Stay Tuned 2013 Homecoming Special. I am Danica Hill and I'll be your anchor for this year's special. Homecoming is a time where students, alumni, and faculty and staff come back and celebrate the Langston Lion within us all. What better way to start off homecoming than with the annual Gospel Fest? This year was like no other with the special guest Vashawn Mitchell. The show was hosted by a group of men known as the Playmakers. They kept the crowd entertained with their relatable jokes and enthusiasm. There were also special performances by the LU Concert Choir, the Hope Center Church Choir, the LU Voices of Praise, the Net Church Choir, the LU Silent Voices of Praise, and Matt Austin. Along with the atmosphere of praise, I was able to get an exclusive interview with Vashawn Mitchell. Take a look. I'm here with six-time Stellar Award winner and Grammy-nominated recording artist Vashawn Mitchell. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Glad to be here at Langston today.
I have just a few questions for you before you go on stage and rock Langston University. What inspired you to start creating music?
You know what? I grew up in Chicago, where gospel music is just everywhere. From the Albertina Walker, the Caravans, Ricky Dillard, the Milton Brunson. So I was always a lover of gospel music. So as a kid, I wanted to kind of sing and write this music. So I got myself around people who was doing it already and began to grow from there.
And your song, Nobody Greater, was declared #1 by Billboard magazine and the #1 gospel song to have been played last year, or in 2011.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel, and how did that affect your career?
Well, you know, it's a great feeling. When you pray and ask God to do something, sometimes we think he's not going to do it. But I asked God a long time ago to allow me to write, sing, and create music that will live longer than I can. So to see a song have its own life like Nobody Greater and blessing nations in different languages is just amazing that God would choose to use me as a vehicle to present such a big sound. So it changed my life. You know, I can't go through too many places and people don't know me no more. I've been to almost every country, but it's great to know that what I'm doing and the path that I'm presenting is for the next generation that's coming behind me to know that there's a new age of gospel music and a new age of gospel artists coming.
And what can we expect to see and hear from you in the near future?
Oh, wow. So many things are going on. I'm currently on tour with Verizon Wireless for the How Sweet the Sound Choir Tour, which is keeping choir music alive, and getting ready to start a new project. And there's talks about a little reality show. We'll see what happens. I don't like reality TV. I'm not trying to fight nobody. But so a lot of firsts for me, a lot of new avenues and new areas. Producing a project for Diane Barrino, Fantasia's mom. So just always doing a lot, but one of my major accomplishments for this year is I'm in Full Sail University completing my music business degree. So it's a lot going on with me, but I like it busy. That keeps me out of trouble.
All right, well, congratulations, and thank you so much for doing this interview with us today.
Thank you. And this is Vashawn Mitchell. Remember, always stay tuned.
Monday was Midnight Madness, where students gathered in the gym to meet this year's men's and women's basketball team. Also, students were able to join in different games and activities.
It was a night filled with blindfolded hide-and-seek style games and a shooting contest. Hosted by our own Mr. Langston and with DJ Cook on the turntables, it was sure to be successful. The Midnight Madness Pepper Rally seemed to be a great way to engage students in lifting their spirits. One main focus of Midnight Madness was to introduce the men's and women's basketball team to the student body. Not only were they introduced, the voluptuous Lions plus-size dance team showed off their talents for the first time ever. Midnight Madness was a night to remember and started off homecoming with a blast.
Every year, students participate in the annual Homecoming Talent Show to show Langston University what they have to offer. Students stepped out with their best foot forward at this year's 2013 Homecoming Talent Show, showcasing singers, dancers, and instrumentalists. Former talent show winners performed at the event to both entertain and show contestants what it takes to win the homecoming title. Terry Lewis, a senior international studies major, has won the talent show twice, playing the saxophone and giving audience members a medley of songs both old and new. Tommy Harris and Ebony Brown ended the show by singing a classic hit, Be Careful, by R. Kelly and Sparkle, that won them their title last year.
All by myself, taking little man to church.
In the end, Keisha Clark, a freshman broadcast journalism major from Muskogee, Oklahoma, came out on top, singing her cover of the Beyonce classic Halo while playing the piano.
They didn't even put up a fight, didn't even make a sound. I'm gonna let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light, yeah, low, got my hand now. No, wait away, you won't wait away. I know you won't wait away. I know I won't wait away.
HBCUs across the country pride themselves in their fashion and the trends that they set. This year's fashion show brought trends and Langston fashion lines to the runway. The theme for this year's fashion show was Alice in Wonderland, mixing fantasy and fashion together. Students participated in a wide range of scenes, including a pop of color, business wear, and Lawless, an up-and-coming fashion designer that is right in Langston's backyard. Langston held a casting call for students to participate as models in the fashion show weeks before to prepare them for the fashion show. After all is said and done, the fashion show left students and guests impressed and even wanting more. Wednesday was one of the more jam-packed days of homecoming, with events like the Hump Day, the Car Bash, and the annual Black and White Party featuring Juicy J. This day was definitely one of the highlights of homecoming.
The Black and White Party has always been a highlight during homecoming. This year was no different. Students stuck with the theme Black and White with different interpretations and different styles. The party was at a climb, with Juicy J hitting the stage at its climatic peak, performing songs that the Grammy-winning rapper is most noted for.
Yo, this is Kenneth Masson with Stay Tuned, bringing you 411 on student life and organization. I'm here with Juicy J. Juicy.
What's up, man?
You've been in the business for a long time. What advice can you give the up-and-coming artists on branding themselves and staying true to the craft?
Just never give up, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to yourself. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Make sure your music is original. You know what I'm saying? Do you, don't do what this guy's doing, that chick's doing, or that person.
Right. Yo, Juicy, you released your third solo album, Stay Trippy.
Yep.
By the way, my favorite track, 12, Chris Brown, yo.
Thank you, man.
Hey, hype it.
Yeah.
For people who haven't heard it, like, what can they expect from the album and why do they need it in the collection?
Man, they definitely need it in a collection because it definitely, I call it a stocking stuffer. I mean, like, it's something that, you know what I'm saying, you can enjoy. It's an album that's full of jams. I got records on it for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a classic album.
On Thursday, two of my fellow broadcast journalism majors, Jasmine Rideau and Charles Tucker, were crowned your Mr. and Miss Langston University at the 2013 Coronation celebration.
This year's homecoming coronation was an event to remember. Mr. and Mrs. Langston University entered both in all white, showing class and grace. Beatrice Harrod and Marcus Garlington both performed a special tribute to Langston University's new king and queen, performing an interpretive dance to John Legend's Made to Love and Anthony Hamilton's Love. Past Mr. and Mrs. Langston University Kavara Sims and Dontrika Lyce Seats were in attendance, ready to pass on their crowns and legacy to the new title holders. Corlin Powers, Miss Langston 2010, also assisted in the night's event. Langston's royal family showed up with gifts for the newly crowned Mr. and Mrs. from all campus organizations. In conclusion, Coronation was a night made for a king and queen.
After Coronation, the annual bonfire took place behind Scholars Inn. Langstonites dressed up in their LU gear, ready to celebrate their homecoming around a huge open flame. With Tyler B., our school spirit liaison, on the bullhorn yelling out chants with the pride, the crowd participation was at an all-time high. With events like this, it made students remember what it means to be a part of the Lion Pride. Thank you for watching the first half of our homecoming special. Make sure you stay tuned next week where we will show you the step show, the parade, and the 2013 homecoming game. I am Danica Hill reminding you to always stay tuned.